Back to part 2. Now I'm going to have you guys do number 3 on your own, but one thing I want to tell you, this does have transformations, so let's go and list those out, and I'll let you guys figure out the rest of this one. This one does not have a b because there's nothing being multiplied by the x. There is an h though. That's our horizontal shift. And this is going to go to the right 1 unit. This time there is also an a. There's that negative. The a here, this tells me that it is a vertical reflection. Okay? Now, because it's a vertical reflection, this is going to go over the x. It's going to be flipped over the x-axis, and there is no k. Now, the horizontal asymptote is y equals 0. And I'm going to let you guys go and finish up on this one, but I want to move on to number 4 real quickly. Okay? Now, number 4, if you notice, it has y equals 1 over 2 to the x. Now, I could graph this one and have a base of 1/2. But the problem with the base of 1/2 is that does get kind of confusing when you want to graph it. So another way we can do this problem, instead of having a base of 1/2, we could rewrite this. Use your exponential rules. I can write this as y equals 2 to the negative x. Just bring the 2 up and make the exponent negative. And this is what I'm going to be graphing, so now I have a base of 2. And it's the same exact graph, it's just going to look nicer for us when we transform it and graph it. So let's list out our b hack. There is a b this time, that's what that negative right there is, that's our b. And it's telling me that it is a horizontal reflection. So we're going to reflect everything over the y-axis. There is no h, there is no a, there is no k. So it's kind of an easy one to graph. Our horizontal asymptote, there is no k, so it's just 0. X-intercept, y-intercept, we'll get those from the graph. Our parent point, there's my base, it's 2, 1 in the base. My extra point, 0, 1, always for these. And domain and range, we'll get those from the graph. Although I haven't been doing it, very lazy about that. That's your job. Alright, so if I want to sketch this, very easy. 1 up 2, 0, 1. My horizontal, there's my parent point. I always identify that one. My horizontal asymptote, y equals 0. Don't graph it yet because we haven't done the transformation. And we just have to flip it over the y-axis. There's only one point to flip. And if you notice, what happens? It just gets turned around. And there's our graph. Now, the x and y-intercept, we can actually get those from the graph. Okay, so, but we'll talk about those in just a moment. Our domain here, all real, and the range from 0 to infinity. So to get the y-intercept, we get that straight from the graph. It's 0, 1. I like to solve for the x-intercept mainly because it helps us to understand what we can and what we can't do. If I let y equals 0, right, we get 0 equals 2 to the negative x. 0 can never equal a positive number. Can never equal a positive number because there's a positive in front of there. Okay? So therefore there is no x-intercept. Right there. Easy breezy. We like these. Alright, the next one, let's take a look here. Now if you notice here, we're talking about a different base. It's base E. So let's list out our transformations. B hack, my rapper name back in my day, high school and college. There is no B because there's nothing multiplied by the x. There is no H because there's nothing up here. There is no A, there's nothing out here. There's a K up. It's negative 1, so it's down 1. Which says to go down 1. That's our vertical shift. And you can go down 1. That's just write down 1. Our horizontal asymptote, that's our k. Y equals negative 1. Our parent point, my base is E. So it's 1e. About 2.71. Don't forget. It's about 2.71. Extra point, 0, 1. Always. And if I want to sketch this one, 1 up E. Not perfect, but it's close enough. There's E. There's my parent point, always identify, and 0, 1, my extra point. My horizontal, negative 1. There's our horizontal asymptote. Now tomorrow we graph logarithms. The horizontal asymptote becomes a vertical asymptote. Everything just switches. They're inverses of each other. We're going to talk about that. It's kind of a cool thing to know. So if I want to sketch this one, the one thing I didn't do my transformations. Oh, almost forgot. Everything just goes down 1. Down 1, slightly above here. And I can graph it. Oh, how cool is this? All right. Our x-intercept and our y-intercept are both 0, 0. Now the y-intercept I'm going to get from my graph. But again, I like to solve for my x-intercept just because I like to know how to solve it. 0 equals e to the x minus 1. So I get 1 equals e to the x. This isn't that bad to do. 1 is I call the universal base. 1 can be basically written as e to the 0 equals e to the x. Therefore, x must equal 0. So we get 0, 0. Right? Because remember, y equals 0 for that. Our domain, all real, the infinities, and our range, -1 to infinity. Right? There we go. All right. So what I would like you guys to do, go ahead and try number 6. Do this one for tonight, and we'll take a look at these tomorrow. Okay? We'll see you guys then. Good luck. Bye.